Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. Cardano has shown one of the stronger reactions of the higher market cap cryptos to the target area. This is very much needed as well. At the moment, no confirmation yet that this could have been the completion of the correction, but it would be possible. And that would then be probably the same case for all altcoins. As you know, we have come into this target area between $30 and $55. We have now seen a strong reaction. That was not the case yesterday. This happened here overnight, UK time. And the first important step has been done. We have moved above 50, well, actually it was $54 here, the 78.6% Fibonacci level. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. We can see that better. Here, $54, cents, of course, 54 cents. The 78.6% Fibonacci level. Below that here was the 29 cent level, 88.7. The price should ideally not drop below that anymore. This, honestly, this recovery is so important. It could theoretically mean that for the altcoins, the correction is now over. It is too early to say that. At the moment, it's just speculation, okay? As I explained in the Solana video and in the Bitcoin video, what we want to see after we hit this target area that we've been talking about for many, many weeks, what we want to see is not only here bullish candlestick formation, we want to see a 5-wave move. And we can go to maybe the 2-hour chart. We want to see a proper 5-wave move up, which is an impulse based on the Elliott wave method. So we want to see something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And of course, I will make you aware as soon as I see something like that in the chart, then first corrective wave down, ABC, and that could be it. That could even be the case, and let me make that very clear. It could mean that some altcoins are starting that while others are not. Very clearly. It doesn't mean just because all altcoins are going up, for all altcoins the correction is over. This doesn't have to be the case. What we could see now that some altcoins already make their first impulse in the next move down. Maybe Bitcoin makes another lower low. Maybe Cardano doesn't. What that would mean is that Bitcoin currently makes a corrective move up, which would be something like this. Bitcoin could make something like this, ABC, and then come down once more. Oops, didn't want to do that. And then come down in an impulse like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where some altcoins might do this, some other altcoins might do that. Some other altcoins might do a lower low, while Cardano, for example, and Solana, just examples now, might make a higher low and make this one. Yeah, so it doesn't mean now because altcoins are going up today, you know, after many, many days of red, it doesn't mean that they all need to do the same thing. They all move in individual waves, and we've seen that throughout the last few months. You know, when I talked about these corrective moves and corrective waves, we've seen that even though all altcoins came into my target area, some even went below it. I wasn't even bearish enough for some of them, but we've seen that they move in different waves. Not everything is following Bitcoin. Yeah, we've seen Luna behaving completely different than, for example, Cardano. We've seen Cosmos Atom behaving completely different than Solana. So you can't always say everything's moving with Bitcoin. What I can tell you is that it's starting to look interesting. Definitely a very, very significant increase here, 24%. Definitely good that we've moved above the 78.6% Fibonacci level. What is the next level I'm watching out for Cardano, which is important? First of all, I'm looking at the structure as well, of course. We want to have a 5-wave move up. But what is so important is that we break now above 75 cents. This is the previous resistance. If we get above that, that already would increase the chances that we move higher from here. Next, very important level, that swing high here, 90 cents or 91, and then $1.01. But really only, and I have to say that very clearly, really only as soon as we break above 125, 126, I would want to talk about sustainable price increases, yeah, with confidence. So again, I'm telling you what I told everybody in the Solana and Bitcoin videos. These target areas are, in my opinion, ideal areas to buy Cardano for everybody who wants to buy Cardano. This is not financial advice. This is just based on probabilities and what I see in the chart. The area now with the highest likelihood where the price turns around, and the lower area should not be broken. It can of course be broken, but if the 29 cent level is broken, it does not look good for Cardano. I mentioned it as well. Now Cardano is now again quite far away from it, which is very, very good and very, very healthy. Anybody who buys down here, and obviously we've already left that area, but this was the target area. Everybody who buys down there or bought down there is now a happy person, but also needs to understand that the downside potential isn't over. We could even drop lower until we really have that structure that I showed you on the chart with 5 waves up, 3 waves down. We don't have a confirmation, okay? So looking at the daily here indicators, we see similar to Bitcoin. Now the MACD recovering. Now that's a bit too early to say. We have too far away from a bullish crossover. The RSI is recovering as expected. We were massively oversold. This is just typically what happens. Yeah, Cardano was massively oversold, even lower than here back in September 2020. Yeah, on the daily, we nearly came down to March 2020 levels. So we have here potentially a situation where we have purchasing prices, compared to the Black Swan March 2020 pandemic, when the pandemic started. This is, by the way, my view also for many stocks. Okay, 4-day chart also here, even on also March 2020 levels. So absolutely low, worked very well out with this target area, and now we need to see what's going to happen in the next few hours, next few days. I will of course keep you updated. It could still be very much the case that we drop down to 30 cents, 29 cents. Primarily, I currently have to expect that because we have not broken the 75 cent level, and we have not created this first impulsive move, and we haven't made a higher high yet. A first higher high will be made above 70 cents, so then we can take a look at it. But it could very well be we just go to 75 cents, which is previous support, now probably resistance, and we could just bounce off there. I do expect that this move up. Also, as I talked about in the Bitcoin video, that in such a way fall up, which Bitcoin is doing, and watch the Bitcoin video for clarification, we could now move up to 34K. This of course has means a little bit of a relief rally. And yesterday in the live stream, I also showed you that typically there will probably be another move up and then a last despair, with even after capitulation, there is another despair phase typically, and that despair phase is then used to accumulate and for the transition into a new uptrend. But this could theoretically also have been the low. So we've come into the target area, job done. Now we need to wait for price increase and just have to hope that the price doesn't fall below this 29 cent level. So hopefully this is a good day for everybody at the moment. Yeah, hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership and maybe even the training course I'm publishing on the website. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.